today. We'd like to take the time to farewell my dad in the way that he deserved. As Carl stated at Dad's funeral, COVID has robbed us all of so much. What it won't rob us of is having beer and pizza today to celebrate my dad's life. This is what Mal wanted. This is what Mal wanted, including where he wanted his memorial and who he wanted to be here. He'd be looking down right now asking, who's bloody paying for all of this? I'm blessed to be able to stand here and talk about the greatest dad in the world. Dad would be humbled of how many people are here today to celebrate his life. He didn't want us all crying and being sad. He told me in palliative care that he'd had a good life with Mum and to make sure that we look after her. He'd had no regrets, lots of overseas holidays and made lots of memories. We had great parties, barbecues, camping, fishing and travel, and good memories with each and every one of his friends. And watching Chloe and Thomas grow up, and watching Carl and I grow up and enjoy our lives. This is how we wanted to remember his life. Dad passed away on the 23rd of July, peacefully in Camden Palliative Care. It was a bittersweet day for our family, as it was Chloe's 21st that day. We knew that Dad had held on as he wanted to share Chloe's special day and selflessly wanting us all to be at home celebrating and not in the hospital with him. It was in the middle of lockdown and we were limited who we could grieve with, but somehow we managed lots of drinks, laughs and lots of tears. My dad was our king, someone we could always look up to. He was always watching out for us. Not only Mum, Carl and I, but all of our friends who we met along the way. He never judged anyone, but just accepted them as his own family. He loved anyone that would stand in his garage with him and admire his cars, bikes, toolboxes or eskies. He was a man that would help anyone, and I think that this shows today by the amount of people that are here. I don't think that there's one person in this room that my dad didn't touch their heart in some kind of way. My dad was a straightforward man who loved a simple life. His love for bikes, beer, pizza, cars, boats, caravans and fishing, and that's just a few. The biggest love of his life was his lovey Alison. They had been together for more than 50 years and loved her with all his heart. They'd spent nearly every day together and were never apart, and they'd shared so many life experiences together and were still best of friends. I know that he used to hide in his garage sometimes and tinker around to try and get some peace from Mum, and she was always right there beside him having a beer and watching West Tigers in the garage with him. She was also right there beside him when he passed peacefully. My dad's love for my brother and I is unconditional. His wisdom, patience, we will be forever grateful for. The number of times that he's helped us both out, ranging from just as simple as a beer from his fridge or mortgaging his house for me. I miss the days I can't just call and ask him a question, even if it is just what the best way to do something is. I miss seeing his name come up on my phone, and when I answer, he would say, "Donna, it's your dad." I would say, "Dad, I know because your name come up on my phone." My dad was such a big part of Chloe and Tom's life. He was there for them from the minute that they were born. He taught them so many lots of life lessons, and they will cherish this forever. Dad was really happy that they both have beautiful partners, Philaki and Kiki. When Dad was in palliative care, I prayed for Big Tom to come and take my dad and see that he was at peace and no longer in pain. It gives us all comfort to know that they're up there together causing chaos. Along with anybody else in this room who has a loved one in spirit, rest assured that my dad will be taking care of them. I'd like to thank everyone who's supported my whole family since my dad's passing. The phone calls, text messages, food, flowers, care packages, lawn mowing, wine deliveries. We could not have managed through this time without every person in this room today. The love and the support that's been given to my mum by all of her friends, Carl and I are very grateful for. Dad would also be really thankful to each and every person in this room for looking after his family. I'd like to focus for a moment on what my dad's doing now. Dad, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free, as they say? Does the sun shine right there forever? Have all your fears and your pain gone away? I bet it's really nice in heaven since you arrived. Are the days filled with love and light? Is there music and beer and adventures? Are you happy? Are you more alive? Because here on earth, everything's different since you left. There's an emptiness in our hearts that will never be filled. Until we meet again, Dad, we all hope you're dancing in the sky to the Rolling Stones. Could we all raise a glass now from Mum, Carl, my family? Please toast now to the best husband, dad, granddad, father-in-law, uncle, godfather, Kenny, Kenneth, friend, mate, boss, old fart, and Pig Nichols. Cheers to Mel.